Okay, parts have arrived. There's my thermal fuses, one-time use. My particular application uses a 240 degrees Celsius cutoff. So my plan is cut this end off, pull this piece of insulation off, cut the other end, reattach this end, slide the insulation on, and then crimp this other end. So let's get started on that. I'm going to cut it as close to the edge as possible. So here comes this end. Okay, here's what I'm working with on the other end. So I've got these same connectors, and I practice a little bit on them, so hopefully it'll work out. A couple of them. These right here. So what I'm going to have to do next is strip back the wire just a little bit. Not much room for error, as I don't have infinite wire, but that looks like that did pretty well. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. And then here's my tool. I think it'll be just right for this application. Ratcheting action. And there is how I've got it loaded in the device, the tool. This looks like it'll be the most difficult part of the procedure, getting all these sitting in there where they need to go. And I'll trim that other end of the lead when I get everything just so. Ladies and gentlemen, I did it. Yes, that's a good solid connection. No doubt about that. I'll trim the other end of the lead. And I don't have as much slack here on this end. And I'll need to trim that up with the scissors. And don't let me forget now to put my insulation back on before I decide to crimp this together. There it is. Go ahead and slide this down on here. Another connector here now. Go ahead and load it into the device as I did before. But we're well on the way. Try to get it centered, and then I'm going to start it just to where it meets the bottom, and then I'm going to flip it over like this where it's a U shape, and then attempt to get all my wires stuffed in there. And I'm confident I've got them all in there now, so just ratchet down on it until it stops and releases, and we're in. The thermal protector is replaced. Doesn't look like it's going to line up exactly like it did before, but if I can just get it in there somewhat, that's going to be good enough for me. Here's the little clip. That rides in these little grooves here. I need to straighten it a little bit. And then that folds over to hold this in place, which I'm not too worried that it's not exactly like it was. It's still going to be good enough for a 20-something-year-old waffle iron. 21 years old now. Bought it in '03. And why I'm fixing it, I don't know. Just to learn how to do it, I guess. And that's going to be good enough to hold that in there. That's not going anywhere. Connection's good. I can double check it with the meter just to be 1000% sure. That one out of the way. Yeah, the meter's in screen. We got a good connection. Here's the old one. And as you can see, it's open. Meter is not moving. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't able to show in the actual waffle iron how to do these connectors, but maybe here I can show it a little better. So I need one of these connectors here. I'm going to load it in the crimper, like so, and then get it centered. And I'll go ahead and start closing it in, and it'll line itself up. And then need to flip it over like that where it's up to a U, looks like a U. And then put the wires in it. This could be a little bit of a trick sometimes, and then squeeze away. And those two wires are spliced together. So that's the same idea as when I put the thermal overload in that waffle iron. So we'll go back to the waffle iron. That should go like that. And my two long screws, bare metal. Well, my battery died during reassembly, but it's all reassembled. I guess I can double check all my screws, make sure they're tightened. See, that one was a little loose. I think we're good on that. Well, let's go ahead and give it a test. Well, here goes nothing. I'm going to plug it in. Smoke test, here we come. The neon indicator is glowing. Shooting 593 watts, 594. Let's do a temp check. Getting there. It'll be ready to go when the light goes off. Be ready to put my first waffle in if I was making waffles. But heck yeah! The thermal fuse was about $5 for a 10-pack or whatever I got. This one's clean. And we got 2 waffle irons, so the rule is 2 is 1, 1 is none. We had the backup to get our waffles done. So once again, repairing the Black & Decker Belgian waffle maker. Thank you for watching.